We have 3 players on this adventure. Badger Baldirk, a hill dwarf artificer, level 1. Hi, I'm Badger Baldirk. I'm a dwarf. I like to tinker with things. We have Sagrax Peckus, a dragonborn barbarian, level 1. I'm Sagrax Peckus. I'm a barbarian. I like to hit things with my halberd and use my blue dragonborn breath weapon. Lightning is fun. And we have Brylee Hanley, a high elf warlock, level 1. I'm Brylee Hanley. I am a warlock. I'm a little bit deceptive sometimes. I have this deck of cards that I use. I like to, trick people, play card games with people, and they're actually marked cards, but don't tell anybody that. I'm beholden to an archfey, and that's where I get my powers from, but yeah, nobody probably knows that yet. Anyway, I'm very charming, but I can't be charmed. Well, I have advantage against charm. Close enough. Well, she talks a lot, doesn't she? Well, I like her. She seems nice. Does anybody want to see this, this tinkering I've been doing? See, I use my tools, make some noises, and, here, I've turned this rock into a light source. See, it shines light. That's pretty cool, right? I guess that's okay. I guess I can use that light to help me hit things better. Okay, thank you. Thank you for enjoying my magic rock. Our adventure begins on the road to Phandalin. A dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker has hired the adventurers to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough-and-tumble settlement of Phandalin, a couple of days' travel south of Neverwinter. Gundren was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about his reasons for the trip, saying only that he and his brothers had found something big, and that he'd pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies safely to Barthen's Provisions, a trading post in Phandalin. He then set out ahead of you on a horse along with a warrior escort named Sildar Halwinter, claiming he needed to arrive early to take care of business. We don't know what that means, but he's very mysterious and secretive. He's definitely found something big, and he's very excited about it. So the adventurers have been spending the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter, and they have just veered east along the Tribor Trail, heading toward Phandalin. There's been no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along this road, so stay vigilant. What will the adventurers do? Hey, Sagrax, do you want to play cards? Sure. I don't know how to play cards, though. You'll have to teach me how it works. It's easy. It's no problem. Here's how it works. So I'm going to deal 5 cards to you, and I'm going to deal 5 cards to me, and whoever has the best cards is going to win the hand. Alright, so Brylee is going to make a deception check because she is using her marked deck. That is a 13, plus 5 is an 18. Alright, I would like to make an insight check to see if I see these marked cards. Hey, I can help. I'm gonna watch this game too, because I like cards. I like watching people play cards. I'm Badger. I'm a dwarf. So Badger's gonna give the help action to Sagrax, so he can roll with advantage. Insight check. That is a 6 and a 5, so a total of 7. Sagrax has no idea that he has just been duped. Oh, looks like I won this hand. Tough luck for you, Sagrax. That'll be 1 silver piece for me. Oh, wait, I didn't realize we were betting. You didn't say we were betting. I don't even have a silver piece, do I? Well, you can owe me later, I guess. Haha. Haha. Anybody else want to play cards? Hey, I want to play cards too. Alright, let's see. Let's do the same thing. I will deal cards. 5 cards for me. 5 cards for you. Ooh, only 10. That is plus 5, though, so that is 15 deception. Badger's studying these cards closely. I'm not gonna help you, Badger. I've wandered away. I'm looking out in the woods while we're traveling along with this wagon. And somebody's gotta, like, look for enemies and stuff. We're supposed to be guarding this cart, you know, not just playing cards. Come on, Sagrax. You're kind of a bummer. Bumming me out, Sagrax. So, let's see. I will make a insight check. I've already forgotten what Bria rolled. I believe it was a 15. Oh, Badger rolls a 16 insight, and Badger notices some of the cards are marked. Hey, wait a minute. I think some of these cards have little marks on them. I don't know what you're talking about. These are the deck. I always use this deck. I've had this deck for many years. I don't know why you would think they were marked or anything. They're perfectly fine. Brylee is going to make another deception check. And roll, say, 18 for a total of 23. Badger's a little suspicious of this. But, I trust you. I trust you, Brylee. I only rolled an 8 on my insight, so I trust you, Brylee. You wouldn't swindle your own friends, would you? Oh no, I would never do that. I don't know why you would think any such thing. All right, I'm gonna roll some checks here. How do I do that? I need a monster manual for this. The adventurers are proceeding along with their wagon charge, and it's a nice day. The countryside's fairly serene. They are approaching some hills. There's like they are going through sort of a forested region. There's trees. It's springtime, so the leaves are full on the trees. So it's a little hard to see. So I'm going to roll some completely innocuous checks here. Nothing to worry about. Nobody should be concerned about this. Didn't get it on the camera, so I'm going to roll them again. This is already a very large exercise in juggling equipment and books and stuff. One of them rolled off the table, one of them got hit. Okay, so these are not good. Not very good rolls. Let's check our passive perceptions. So Badger, Sagrax, and Brylee, you all get a sense that something is amiss. There's something about this stretch of woods that's coming up. The birds are a little too quiet. There's just a feeling in the air. And in fact, Brylee, you actually notice some rustling leaves on the right side of the road. As Brylee notices these rustling leaves, you come around a corner and you see there's a pair of horses in the road blocking the pathway. And you can immediately recognize that these are the two horses the dwarf who hired you, Gundren Rockseeker, One of these is his horse. I gotta remember these names. I gotta write down these names. I got so many freaking books open here. This is insane. How am I ever gonna remember any of this stuff? Gundren Rockseeker. Sildar Halwinter, that's his friend. Brylee can tell right away that one of these horses is Gundren's and the other is Sildar's. You recognize the horses right away because you watched them ride off after they hired you. Let's have everybody make perception checks. Badger got an 8. Sagrax, I got a 4. I got a 4. No, I got a 5. I'm too busy. I'm still thinking about that card game. And that silver piece that I lost. Well, I rolled a 20. A dirty 20 on my perception check. So Brylee notices near the horses there is a backpack on the ground that looks like it's been ruffled through. There's an empty map case nearby. All of the adventurers can see that the area is littered with arrows and scraps of fabric and odds and ends discarded from Gundren's bags. It really looks like somebody ambushed Gundren and, rifled through all his stuff. So this scene is before the adventurers. What will they do? Well, so Badger is looking over this scene, and he's still thinking about that card game too. He's not really interested in this. It's he takes out one of his tinkering things and doesn't really seem all that interested in the scene. Sagrax is still thinking about his cards too. He's a little bit mad that silver piece. He lost a silver piece to an elf, to this elf woman. Not really sure what he did wrong in his card game. He thought he was really on his game, but it didn't work out for him. So he's not gonna do it. Sagrax is not doing anything. Okay. So Badger is kind of not interested, and Sagrax is not interested. Brylee, what is Brylee going to do? Faced with a mystery. Literally rolled 3 for all 3 of these people, which is ignore it. Okay. Unfortunately, Brylee cannot ignore it because she noticed all of this stuff. Brylee's going to investigate. Brylee is going to walk up to the horses and see if she sees anything interesting going on there. She's going to check the map case. She's going to start looking at the strewn debris on the ground. I don't know why the rest of you aren't interested in this. This is very interesting stuff. This is the guy who hired us, He could be in trouble. We should maybe do something about this. Even though Badger and Sagrax are, not really paying attention, Brylee is able to warn everybody that to be on their guard. So the goblins who spring out of the woods do not get a surprise round. There was one goblin in the woods who was just like, looked like he was bumping into a branch and rustling leaves, so that one was really easy to see. So these goblins start charging out of the woods. So let's have everybody roll initiative for the first combat. The first combat of the adventure. Okay, so Badger rolls a 4 for a total of 5. Sagrax rolls a 5 as well. Badger and Sagrax are just not paying attention. They're just like goofing off. Brylee, who appears to be the only professional in this group, rolls a 19 initiative. Now I'm gonna roll for the goblins. This seems way more complicated than I remember D&D being. Whoa, the goblins have rolled some serious initiative rolls. Where is my monster manual? This is insane how much crap I have to have in front of me here. Oh my god, I just picked up the dice. So I rolled the dice. They rolled incredible initiatives, and then I picked up the dice to put the book down to move. So I gotta roll their initiatives again. Still pretty good. Still pretty good initiatives from the goblins. Which one is which? That's a great question. So I guess I'm just gonna do this in clockwise order. Let's do this. Goblin 1 is a 13. Goblin 2 is a 17. Goblin 3, which is the one that was the one that Brylee noticed in the forest, is only rolled a 2. And Goblin 4 rolled a 16. So here's how it's going to work. Brylee is going to go first, then 2 goblins, then 3 goblins. Badger and Sagrax are simultaneous, and then the last goblin. So Brylee is up first, and Brylee sees that there are 2 goblins in the woods to the north and 2 goblins in the woods to the south, and they are moving to attack. There is no getting out of this. What is Brylee going to do? No, we're not going to do that. Well, this is not really what I expected. So I think I'm going to use these horses as cover, and I'm going to move, let's say, over here behind the horses. I'm going to use 10 feet of my movement to get behind these horses for a little bit of cover, and then I'm not really liking these goblins very much, so I am looking on my sheet to see what the hell I can actually do. So I can use a short bow, or I can do, I'm going to use an Eldritch Blast on the closest goblin, which looks like it's going to be Goblin, this one here. And let's roll to see if we hit an Eldritch Blast. I'm going to trust the information on this character sheet. So we are rolling with +5. So that is a 20. That is 20 is definitely going to hit that goblin. And let's see, let's roll 1d10 damage. That is 4 points of damage on that goblin. Was goblin number 2. So they are hurt. They are hurt, but they are not dead. Let's see, as a bonus action, you know what? I'm actually very scared of what's happening. I'm shocked to be in combat. I was so happy with myself for fooling those 2 other, for fooling Badger and Sagrax. I was so happy with myself. I wasn't really, I don't want to die today, so I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat on myself. This is a concentration spell that allows me to move at an incredible pace. I don't really need to do that, but I'm prepared to run for my life if necessary. All right, that is Brylee's turn. So we got some goblins coming up here. So one of the goblins is going to attack. What do these goblins have as in their inventories? Do they have any ranged weapons? That's a great question. They do have a short bow. So goblin number 4 is going to use his short bow and roll an attack on Badger, who is standing near the back of the cart. That is an 18 to hit, which is way more than Badger's armor class, so that's going to be a hit. And a short bow, wow, that's a +4 to hit too, so that's a 22 to hit. Let's see, for 4 points of damage on Badger. Oh, that hurt. I was not expecting that. I was busy. I was talking to Sagrax about the cards, and I'm being hit by an arrow. What is happening? Okay, next up is the wounded goblin that Brylee just punished with an Eldritch Blast. Reels from that blast, but then charges forward because how much movement does a goblin have? Goblin has a 30 feet movement. Man, they're fast. He is gonna charge. Okay, he's gonna charge. He's gonna move here, and then he's gonna move here. That's 30 feet of movement. So he charges right up to Brylee, who is hiding behind the horses. The horses, I'm going to roll some checks for the horses. What do I roll for horses? I'm just going to roll a plain luck check. One horse stays. Both horses are still sort of milling about, don't really seem concerned about the goblins. Should have rolled some kind of saving throw for a horse. Okay, so this goblin is now going to take a scimitar attack on Brylee. But only gets an 8. Brylee's armor class is 14. Brylee dodges. You can't hit me. Do you want to play cards instead? So that's a miss, and that's it. That's it for that goblin. The other goblin is also going to charge forward and attack. Oh, I don't think. Oh, yes, he can. Okay, he can barely get there. Whew. Another goblin from the north side of the road is going to charge directly next to Sagrax and attack with a sword. Rolls a 11 to hit. Sagrax armor class is 12. You goblins. I laugh at goblins. I'm gonna prepare my halberd. I'm gonna kill this goblin for the temerity. I just lost a silver piece, and now goblins? What else could go wrong on this trip? So that's it for that goblin. Badger now. It is now Badger's turn. Oh, let's see. I'm a little bit scared of what's going on. Faced with hostile enemies. I'm gonna try to negotiate. Wait, everyone. We don't have any quarrel with you guys. I will pay each of you 1 silver piece if you stop attacking us right now. Okay, well, I'm gonna say that the this is a persuasion check with disadvantage because they're goblins and they're attacking you. But, I mean, you know, who doesn't like money? With disadvantage, Badger rolls a 14 with disadvantage. You know what I forgot to do was set a DC for that. DMing, man. You gotta set a DC before you do the rolls. What the hell's wrong with me? Okay, so I'm gonna say this is gonna be a DC 20 persuasion check with disadvantage, because this is hard. With disadvantage re-rolling, that's a natural 1, so yeah, no way. It wouldn't have worked anyway, even if I'd used the first roll. So the Badger stands, uses his action to make a persuasion check, and the goblins just kind of laugh. You guys, there's no negotiating, no amount of gold. We're paid way more than that. That's a pitiful amount of gold. Prepare to die. And you look funny too. Badger has wasted his action doing a persuasion check. And that is any movement. He is actually going to... He is going to actually move with his 25 movement. Well, I was trying to get on the other side of the cart for cover, but I guess I'm not going to be able to do that. So he's gonna... So let's charge into the woods to attack goblin number 4. 15, 20, 25 feet of movement puts him right in melee range with him. Alright, well, if you don't want gold, then I will have to hit you. Okay, that's it. That's the end of Badger's turn. Now it is Sagrax's turn. The barbarian. Well, I am going to get out my halberd, hold it in 2 hands, and take a swing at this goblin that's right in front of me. This goblin made the classic mistake of charging a barbarian. Sagrax rolls to hit. That is a 21 to hit. I don't even have to look at their armor class to know that that hits. And for damage, we are going to do, 1d10 plus 3. That is 11 points of damage. That goblin is wasted. So Sagrax swings down, cleaves that goblin in half, piercing through the collarbone, practically bisecting him. Blood sprays everywhere. Barbarians. Oh, I forgot to go into a rage. With his bonus action, he will go into a rage. I'm so mad about losing that silver piece. I'm gonna take it out on you goblins. And that is Sagrax's turn, and that was goblin number 1 is a dead. Alright, let's see. Next up is goblin number 3. So this one, yeah, this one's dead. Can I just delete that? Goodbye, that guy's dead. You know what I've just realized? I probably should have made a copy of this, this map. Whose turn's next? Goblin 3 is going to shoot to protect his friend Goblin number 4. Hey, that's my friend. Don't attack my friend. He's going to use a short bow and attack Badger. That is a 14 plus 4 is 18, which is plenty to hit Badger, who is already hit. Badger's taking a beating in this fight so far. Badger, who is incidentally the only one who has a heal as well. For 1d6. Oh god, this is gonna hurt. Oh god, that's 7 points of damage. Oh, that's Badger is down. Oh, I didn't get to say anything about my backstory. Oh, I'm down already. Okay, Badger is down and making death saves. Alright, so that's that goblin's turn. Next up is Brylee. Brylee, hiding behind the horses, faced with one goblin attacker, has rushed right up to her. Brylee has just seen her pal Badger go down. Brylee is gonna use her action to disengage. She is going to use her movement. Her movement speed is 30. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can get there. Brylee is going to attempt to run over to help out Badger, who has just gone down. So let's do... Okay, so we've disengaged. We used our action to disengage, so we're not going to take an attack of opportunity. 25, 30. And now, because we used Expeditious Retreat in the first round, we can use our bonus action to dash even further. So another 5, 10, 15 feet to get right behind Badger. So on the next round, she should be able to do something to help out Badger with those death saving throws. To do a medicine check, I guess. And that is going to be her turn. Okay, goblin number 4, which is, unfortunately, goblin number 4 is the one that is right near Badger and Brylee. So goblin number 4 is going to step over the unconscious body of Badger, pull out a scimitar, and take an attack on Brylee. Rolls a natural 1 and drops his sword. He drops his scimitar right on the ground. And that is what you get for attacking Brylee Henley, Elven Warlock. I'm overwhelmed by your charm. Okay, so that's the end of his turn. Brylee is very lucky. How do you pick up weapons? How much, is that an action? Is that a bonus action? Well, I don't even know how that works. Next, the wounded goblin number 3, 1, 2, 3, which is this one here, in the lower right. That elven warlock blasted me with an eldritch blast. I'm gonna shoot her with my bow. So he shoots a bow. That's 16 to hit. I think that is gonna hit Brylee. Yeah, unfortunately, she has a good armor class, but that's still gonna hit Brylee. And that is going to be a 1d6 plus 2. Oh, damn, rolled a 6. So that is 8 points of damage to Brylee, which is exactly how many hit points she has. Oh no, it's a TPK. Oh no. So Brylee takes 8 points of damage. She is down. Oh, I tried to save you. I tried to save you, Badger, and now I'm down. Oh no. This is horrible. The party is dying. That was brutal. Brutal. Next up is Badger. That goblin's dead, so Badger is going to make a death saving throw. And fails. fails his first death saving throw. Sagrax, the only one left standing. They're killing my party. Okay. Sagrax is gonna charge down to help. Yeah, Sagrax is gonna charge. Sagrax's movement is 30. I did raged at the end. Okay, so that's cool. So he's gonna do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's gonna charge at the goblin that is hovering over top of the still bodies of Badger and Brylee, and take a swing with his halberd. That is a 14 to hit against the goblin's armor class. 15? Holy crap, that's a miss. These little goblins have an armor class of... These little goblins have a better armor class than any of my players? What is up with that? This is a problem. Oh, they had stealth +6. I should have... Okay, I should have factored that into my stealth checks way at the beginning. Whoopsie. So, yeah, Sagrax whiffs with the halberd. With the bonus action, can't do a damn thing. I missed. Stand still, you little goblin. Stand still. We're too fast for you, giant dragonborns. This other goblin is just gonna shoot an arrow. Oh my god, goblins can do a disengage as a bonus action on each of its turns. Oh my god, these goblins are brutal. Should have made it like 2 goblins or 3 goblins instead of 4 goblins. This is going to be a TPK here. This is my first encounter. This is going to be a TPK. Okay, so yeah, goblin number 3 is going to stay in the trees and shoot an arrow at Sagrax, who is the only one left standing, the only one still moving. Is also harassing his friend, Goblin number 4. Leave my friend alone. We've been friends for years. Leave him alone. But he only rolls an 8 to hit, and that is going to miss Sagrax. Okay. Brylee is down. Brylee is next. Brylee's going to make a death saving throw, and succeeds. Something good has happened for the adventurers. Will the adventurers all die in their first encounter on the road? That is the question. So, goblin number 4, the one that Sagrax just attacked, has dropped his scimitar on the ground. So he's just going to do an unarmed strike on Sagrax. That's all he can do. He's just going to do an unarmed strike. I can't get my scimitar. That's a 3, so that's a miss. I don't even need to check that. Okay. He's missed. He's got a dragonborn looming over him. And next up is going to be goblin number 2, which is the one that Brylee left behind at the horses. He only has 30 feet of movement, though, so I don't think he can get up there. 20, 25, 30. Nope. He's been left behind in the dust, but he can pull out a short bow and make an attack. But only gets an 11, which just misses Sagrax. Sagrax dodges an arrow. Alright, that goblin's dead. Badger makes another death saving throw. That is a 10? I think 10 is a success. I'm going to say it's a success, because I think it's like 10 and above is a success. Okay, so that's 1 success, 1 failure for Badger. Next up is Sagrax has his turn now. Sagrax is raging. Sagrax is now going to... I just realized I should have had this goblin disengage and run. That's what I should have had this goblin do. Sagrax rolls a... that's a miss. Sagrax swings wildly with his halberd, only gets an 11 to hit, which is well short of the goblin's AC of 15. Yeah, well, that's another miss. Sagrax has missed 2 turns in a row. Sagrax is not contributing much to this battle right now. He can't do anything else. That's pretty much all he does is hit things. Goblin number 3. Yeah, leave my friend alone. Leave them alone. I'm gonna shoot you. Takes an attack on... That's a dirty 20 to hit Sagrax, which definitely hits. And he's gonna do 4 points of piercing damage with an arrow cut in half because he is raging. So Sagrax takes 2 points of damage and has still got 11 hit points left. He is a tank. Arr, you pesky goblins, I'll kill you all. Okay, Brylee is up next. Brylee makes another death saving throw. That is a failure. Brylee has 1 success and 1 failure. Okay, Goblin number 4, which is the one that Sagrax has been trying to hit for 2 turns in a row. He's gonna disengage. Well, it's not really, it doesn't really, yeah, he's gonna use a disengage. He's gonna disengage as a bonus action and then run 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to run over next to his friend, and then he's going to get out his bow and shoot at Sagrax, having left his scimitar on the ground over there. That is going to be a 15 to hit, which does hit Sagrax. That hits. So that's going to be another 1d6 plus 2. Oh, damn, that's 8 points of damage, but it's cut in half because of rage. So that is 4 points of damage to Sagrax. He's got 7 hit points left and 3 goblins to kill. Things are not looking good for our heroes right now. Goblin number 2 now, which is the one that Brylee wounded initially with her Eldritch Blast, is going to run to try to get to Sagrax. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Yes, his movement. And now he's going to attack with his scimitar. He prefers to use his scimitar over his bow. I don't know why, just because I felt like it. That is a 6, and 4 is 10, is not going to do it. The goblin whiffs on Sagrax. Puny goblins, you can't hit me. Badger is going to make another death saving throw. That's a success. Badger, 2 successes, 1 failure. Oh, if only I'd been able to use my tinkerer's tools to make something. If only I'd been able to use my artificer powers. So next it is Sagrax's turn. Sagrax, I've missed 2 times in a row. What can I do to improve my chances? Well, Sagrax is just going to swing at the one that's right next to him, that has just run up to him. Rolls a natural 20. I don't even need to roll damage. That goblin is obliterated. That one, he was already wounded. He's dead. He is clean cut in half. I've cut his head off. His head goes flying. Blood sprays everywhere. Sprays all over my blue scales. Rage. So that is 2 goblins down. Both killed by Sagrax. Goblin number 3 is going to fire an arrow at Sagrax, having just seen his one of his goblin companions beheaded, blood everywhere, Sagrax relishing in the blood of his enemies. Is morale a thing in D&D? 5th edition? I don't think it is. He's going to take an attack. Oh, that is only a 2. His bow misses. He's so disturbed by his friend getting beheaded that he misses. And next we are up at Brylee. Brylee's going to roll a death saving throw. That is a success, 17. So she has 2 successes and 1 failure now. Alright, it might not be a TPK after all. So that's Brylee's done. Alright, Goblin number 4 is over here next to his pal. Is gonna shoot his short bow because he dropped his scimitar, so he's got nothing else to do. That's a 5, and 4 is 9. That's a miss on Sagrax. That goblin's dead. That goblin's dead. Badger is up. Badger makes another death saving throw. That's a 10. I'm calling that a success. That is 3 successes. He is stabilized. Not going to die permanently. Badger will survive to see another day. Sagrax, there are 2 goblins remaining. Sagrax is going to charge toward them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet of movement used. He's going to channel all of his might into a mighty swing. That is only a 10. For plus 5 is 15. So that hits. AC 15. That barely hits. He's going to roll a considerable amount of damage. 1d10 plus 3 for that halberd damage. Rolls a 6, is 9 points of damage. Cleaves down another goblin. That was, I don't know if that was Goblin 3 or 4 that he just killed, but I'm going to say it's Goblin number 3. Goblin 3 is dead. Oh, my friend for life. You've just killed my friend for life. How dare you? Ah. There's only 1 goblin left. Let's see, Sagrax's turn is done. That goblin's dead. Brylee is going to make a death saving throw. That is a natural 20. Brylee is up with 1 hit point. She has a turn. She is going to She is going to do an Eldritch Blast on the last remaining goblin. What happened? I was out there for a minute. I see 1 goblin left. I'm going to attack. Blast. Oh, that's a miss. That's a 3 plus it doesn't matter because that's a miss. So much for the surprise Eldritch Blast from Brylee. Bonus action. Expeditious Retreat is done, so she can't do anything else. So that's Brylee's turn. There's only 1 goblin left. It's the 1 goblin that dropped his scimitar. All of his friends are dead. All of his plans have come to ruin. His life choices have come to haunt him. He is going to disengage and run for his life. He's going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet of movement. And just to be fair, he's not going to dash, just to give the players another chance to kill him. And that's the end of his turn. That goblin's dead. That goblin's dead. Badger is stabilized, but is not able to do anything. Sagrax is up. Sagrax is not going to be able to run. Oh, Sagrax is there. Wait, oh, he is going to be able to catch up to him, I think. Sagrax is going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet of movement to catch up to the fleeing goblin. Is going to attack with his halberd. That is a 19 plus stuff to hit, which is going to hit. He's going to do 1d10 plus 3 of damage. That is 10 points of damage. That goblin is toast. The last... Oh, I've died. I won't be able to warn my friends and the village and everybody else. I've died. That's what you get for messing with a blue dragonborn who's raging. And that is the end of combat. The players are victorious. So the players are going to take a short rest. Badger's going to use 1 hit dice. Oh, I have to roll. I have to click the button to roll. Wow, I only got 3 hit points. Okay, cool. Cool. So Badger's up at 3 hit points after a short rest. Sagrax also takes a short rest. Is going to use 1 hit die to get 3 hit points back. Rage only comes back with a long rest. Brylee is definitely going to take a short rest and get 1d8. Wow, I rolled so bad on all of these hit dice. So only gets 1 hit point back, so she's only got 2 hit points. Wow, I feel like we should take a long rest before we do anything else. So, that was brutal. That was a terrible short rest. It was not a very restful short rest. And that will bring us to the end of the goblin attack, the ambush on the road. The party survived. All the goblins died. The only thing left is to look through the debris that's left over